You've probably already heard that there are 1.3 million lawyers in the United States. And a study from the University of Kansas showed that 75% of those lawyers are in private practice. And I did the math, and that's 975,000 lawyers in private practice. And of those in private practice, 62% are in solo firms or firms with 5 lawyers or less. So that is 604,500 lawyers. Now that's a lot of competition out there. So why should a potential client hire you? How can you stand out so that you become the person a potential client wants to hire? That's a really basic question that every lawyer in solo practice needs to answer for herself. There are so many lawyers out there. Why should they choose me? What's different about me? Now, there's many things that you can do to set yourself apart. I'm going to talk about a couple of those. The first is your background. Do you have any specialized training or experience in fields other than law that relates to your law practice? So, for example, I was a nurse before I became a lawyer. And I use that in my marketing all the time because I was handling in my solo practice, I was handling disability cases. And there was great synergy between my training as a nurse and my work as a disability lawyer. Let's say you are an accountant by background, and now you are a lawyer for small businesses. Well, that's really important that you emphasize that accounting background, because that feeds right into some of the work, of course, that you would be doing with the businesses that you work for. So those are just some examples. But if there's anything special about your background and your experience, make sure you highlight that. That's one way you can stand out. Another way you're going to stand out is your own personality and style. Now, I think this is extremely important. You know, you might be the kind of person that approaches things and approaches your work as a lawyer in a very straightforward, straight to the point kind of way. And that's going to appeal to a lot of potential clients. Or on the other hand, you might be somebody who is very conversational, a little more laid back in your approach. And that's great because that's going to appeal to other types of potential clients. People will feel very comfortable with that. And already when they start to understand your style, even before they've talked to you, and we'll talk about in a minute how you do that, but even before they even talk to you, they're already considering, like, you've got a leg up because I really like her style. Now, the key really is be yourself. Don't try to be somebody that you're not, because it comes across as fake. And you don't want to come across as fake. Be yourself. Let yourself come out and shine and show who you are. Now, how's a client going to know this, before they've actually signed up with you? Well, one way is videos. I love videos. I love to do them, but I think they're a great marketing tool for all lawyers, because a potential client is able to see you and hear you and get a sense of your style and whether they will feel comfortable working with you and having you handle their legal matter. So videos are great. Now, the other way is consultations. You can do those obviously in person or through a Zoom call or some equivalent. Either way, you're getting that one-on-one interaction with a potential client. Again, they get to get a really great sense of who you are, how you handle matters, and if you are going to be the right lawyer for them. A third way is if you give free webinars or seminars. Again, if you're doing this in person, then obviously you'll have that one-to-one interaction with potential clients. But even doing it online, which I think is a great way to do it, people get to see you and hear you and understand better your approach and your style. And they start to feel comfortable with you if you're doing this online before they've ever met you. So Those are three great ways that you can let your personality shine through and be attractive to potential clients. Another thing that you can do that will set you apart is when you provide really helpful information to people about certain areas of the law, whatever your specialty area is. And you can do that in a lot of different ways. But the important thing is that you're willing to provide them with information that they need. And when you provide it, you talk about how these legal problems are affecting their life. When people start to hear or read things that you've put out that talks about how the problems that you deal with affect them in their personal life or in their business life, they understand immediately that you understand them. That definitely sets you apart from all other lawyers out there. I mean, think about it. They're listening to you, they're reading things that you put out there, and they feel like, wow, she's talking directly to me. This is a lawyer that I think can help me. This is who I want to work on my case or on my legal matters. So there's other things that you can do, but that's I hope some helpful guidelines of some things that you could do right away to start to set yourself apart. Now, if you want more tips, go to my website at boldwomenlawyers.com and download my solo success guide. There's more marketing and management tips in there for running a successful solo law practice. And if you know that there are things that you want to work on right away with your practice related to your marketing and you want to start implementing and you need help with that, then go to boldwomenlawyers.com and schedule a practice and profit audit. Let's talk about it. Let's see if there's ways that we can work together to really skyrocket your practice so that it is a practice that you love working in and that makes you the kind of money that you are looking to make. Well, that's all I have for today, but I look forward to hearing from you.